Good evening, everybody. Good evening to those who are here, those who will be joining us live shortly, and to those who will be watching on the recording. My name is Otto Collins. I'm joined by the incredible Susie Collins, and we're so glad you're here. As I say, whether it's live, the recording, or you are watching or listening to this later. I've been given instructions on what to do. We're going to begin with a little invocation. And this is the place to come from as you hear these messages, as you tune into these messages, which are, in my judgment, quite profound. And what we just simply want to invite you to meet us in this place of love and
Mhm.
connection and self-worthiness. We invite you to meet us at the place where you are perfect already, where you are love already, and where your beauty itself in human form. We invite you to meet us there. You have no reason to be humble, and you have every reason to be in love with you and your life and humanity. Love your life, love yourself, and love humanity. It starts in every moment and begins and ends with a thought of love and acceptance. The messages from Mikela, many of which you're going to be hearing from here in just a moment, can be a beacon of light and a beacon of surrender to the truth of who you are, even if you don't see it yet. One thing I want to share just right at the very start of this, and it's from the front of the book. And Susie, when I read this, I read this about I read this about not just this moment, but I read it about the rest of my life. I hear it as being about the rest of my life.
Mhm.
And that's why it went in the very front of the book. And Michaela's message was, from here on out, honor the sacred and the divine in everything and every moment. Get quiet. Notice your energy and let that be your guide for what to embrace, what to choose, what to say yes to, what to lay down, and what to say no to. Mikela.
Mhm.
So this is a party, but it's a little different party. I mean, if
It's
I
a
had
peace
it's a
party.
peace party, it's a love party. If I had some balloons, I'd be setting those off right now. But that's really what it's about. It's the launching of not just a book, but a message of having you returning home to the truth of who you are. And this video, which will be a video and audio, I'm sure, um, those of you who are watching now or will be, I've got an invitation for you, and then we're going to get right into, I'm going to do some book readings. I'm going to take some questions. Susie's got some questions for me. And um, everyone who buys the book between now and November 26th, they're going to get a free coaching session with me up to 90 minutes. The value of this is $200. So all you have to do to get that is uh, go to ottocollins.com. There's a contact form on that page and send your receipt to me and we'll get it scheduled. And so I'm looking forward to being with you in our time together. And so buy the book. It's $14.95 on Amazon right now, or the Kindle version's, I think, $8.95, something like that. So when we get into the reading here in just a moment, probably the most important thing I could say is when you start to hear these messages, the messages were originally to me and about me. So when you hear them, please hear them about you. Please if you were reading the book, you would read them about you, not about me. And the reason for that is the messages are so universal. Susie, when you read them, they apply to
Oh,
you.
yeah, sure. Hmm.
And so when whoever's watching this or listening to this later, when you read them, read the messages or hear the messages about you, about your life, about your challenges, about your questions, about who you are, how you can embrace the highest version of yourself. And that would be the big instructions on how to read this book.
Just open to love,
Yeah.
to feeling love and feeling our love for you and just feeling the love that you get from these readings. So, Otto,
Yeah.
tell us how this book came into being and just how you started all this.
This is a crazy story. And what happened was in the early part of October 2024, I watched a podcast episode where the writer and spiritual teacher Elizabeth Gilbert was on the Tim Ferriss podcast. Tim's a popular podcaster. He's got millions of subscribers, and I watched this interview slash conversation with Elizabeth Gilbert and Tim, and Elizabeth began to describe this spiritual practice that she had done for 20 years that had really impacted her life. And she referred to it as a two-way prayer. And a two-way prayer that's different is different than a one-way prayer or a prayer that typically people would offer. A one-way prayer is you're praying to God, to the Spirit, to the universe, to the Almighty, Abba, whatever your name for the Creator is. And
And you're
so,
asking,
yeah, normally you're
yeah,
asking for
for
something.
healing, for whatever. Yeah.
But a two-way prayer is a little different, where you're asking a question of the divine, of the Great Spirit, of God, and you're waiting for a response. Liz Gilbert said that in her practice, that the response always comes and it's so loving, so incredible. And I thought, if this is so powerful and so amazing for her, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. And so try it I did. And the very first night, it was sitting at this computer, at this keyboard, and I sat here and I asked the question that she typically asks because she has a little bit of an issue with the word God. She replaced it with the word love. And so since Susie and I have taught about love and about relationships for well over 20 years now, I thought, well, I'll try it her way. So I asked the question, Dear love, what would you have me know today? And what I got back was profound and it was amazing. But what was interesting, Susie, was
Did you hear the words in your head or what?
I heard the words in my head, much like
Hmm.
a person would be speaking to me, except for the words were in my head. And I knew that the words were not from me because I don't talk like this. I don't talk like, I mean, Mikela uses words. And by the way,
Oh,
the very first time I did this, the very first message, uh, it was like 2.5 or 3 pages typewritten. And we get to the very end, and there's a little pause as if this were a letter being written to me. And I'm like, well, who wrote this? Who wrote this letter? And then the name came to me, Mikela. Not like the woman's name, but it was Mikela. I'd never heard the name before, but that was the name I wrote down. And every single time since, that was the name that was giving me the
mhm.
messages. And we'll talk here in a little while about who Mikela is. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to read one of the messages now?
You know what might make sense is if I read the very first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very first one.
And
Uh,
again, read it and listen to it about you.
yeah.
This is for you.
Um, Message number one is titled How to Start Your Day. And again, I used the same prompt that Liz Gilbert did. Dear love, what would you have me know today? The response, I couldn't wait for this moment, the first moment of true surrender for you. I have been waiting for this your entire lifetime. I have been gently, lovingly, persistently guiding you toward loving yourself more and more each day. I guide you to your soul's work and I guide you to your life's work, and there's no difference. It's all God's work playing out within you, my famous butterfly. I call you my famous butterfly because you are both soft and you like to fly away. And this is both good and bad. It's good because it helps you see your beauty, and it's bad because you allow yourself to be so easily distracted that it takes you away from your true gifts, which are the gifts of loving, breathing into that love, and seeing things as they really are, and not how other people would like you and the rest of the world to think things are. It's such a beautiful gift to be alive, and it's painful to me to see you shut down your aliveness and live from fear, self-doubt, and self-criticism. But beginning today, I want you to know there is never a reason to be fearful. There is never a reason to be afraid. There is never a reason to not show up fully. And most importantly, there's never a reason to not show up as love. I want you to know that no matter how much you've tried to shield yourself from the truth of who you are, it still shines through. It still bowls people over. But you hide it, and you don't have to hide the truth of who you are anymore. I ask you gently, kindly, and lovingly to commit to something right here and now. Will you do it? Will you start your days and finish your days in love, in gratitude, and in awe of the mystery of life? Will you love yourself in the tough moments and the easy ones? Will you love other people home? Will you be love to yourself and others? Will you be the Word? This is yours to do. There's no reason to hold back, ever. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time to open your eyes and see you are the one chosen to come into this plane at this time and choose to live as love and choose to be free from fear. There's never a reason to fear, and there's always a reason to love. I appreciate your willingness to open your heart even wider and find the space of love for you, not for anyone else, for you. And as you love you, you will love the world, and you will be loved by the world in the most unusual of ways. Be well, my friend. No fear, all love. Be blessed because you are. Mikela.
Hmm. I don't know about you, but the parts that really speak to me in that are that number one, there's nothing to fear, but to love yourself. How many of us don't love ourselves? And the one line there was about uh, love yourself in tough moments and the easy ones. So, it's okay to love yourself when everything's going great,
Mhm.
but when it's not, when you think you've done something that, to hurt somebody or just didn't do something really good, then it's tough to love yourself. But this is a reminder. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to stay there. in making myself the enemy.
Yeah.
What do you get out of that?
Well, the whole thing, but the start of this about true surrender for
Hmm.
me was so huge because I for so much of my life I have made up the story that life has to be hard.
Yeah.
And to surrender into an idea that love, not just love, but life can be so much easier. And to really see that it doesn't have to be that hard. And this part about shutting down aliveness when you
Hmm.
don't have to, that
Hmm.
was so awesome for me to really take that in and to really get that. And
Yeah.
when I'm reading these messages, I'm really slowing down and trying to
Hmm.
be with it. And this idea, Susie, of there's never a reason to be fearful.
Yeah. That's a
Wow.
novel idea, isn't it?
Well, never a reason to be fearful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, never, that takes in a lot of ground.
Hmm.
And because we all have had things happen in our lives, we've had painful things, we've had things that we didn't want to happen. And yet, from a soul perspective, from a perspective of the truth of who we are, there's never a reason to be fearful, Mikela says.
Mm. Or to shrink.
Yeah,
If you're a shrinker, and most of us are. Yeah.
yeah.
So I know that these messages have been a lot in your life and our lives. They've taught us a lot, and you've got a good story about something that happened that was really uh, a change, I guess.
Well, if you're talking about
The miracles.
well, I'm talking about the miracles, but one of the one of the best things that have come for me out of receiving these messages are it's really a true testimony to the power of listening to your inner wisdom.
Hmm.
We very often forget that we're always being guided.
Yeah.
We're always being guided, and we don't realize that. We don't think that we are. And it can be something as simple as following the nudge to uh, take one job versus another. It can be following the nudge to pick this vegetable at the grocery store versus another. Or let's get really funny and following the nudge from the Great Spirit, from your spirit guides, from your higher self, or just your intuition about something that doesn't even make good sense. So I want to tell a quick story. Some of you uh, on this call may have heard me tell this story, but it's worth telling again. I was driving home one evening and I was about to take the exit that is the exit near where I live. And the voice in my head says to me, uh, you need to get gas. And I had a quarter of a tank of gas in the car. And the voice in my head says, you need to get gas right now. And I'm getting off the exit, off the interstate. And the voice continues to get more and more insistent. You need gas right now. And this particular gas station that's not very far from where we live, it said, you need to go there right now and get gas. I'm thinking, okay, I get it. But I still didn't know why. So I'm going to the gas pump and I'm getting gas. And the voice in my head starts in again. You need some lottery tickets. You need lottery tickets. Now, I never buy lottery tickets. The last time I bought lottery tickets was a year ago at Christmas as a gag gift, so to speak, for people that were in my family at Christmas time.
Nobody
And
wanted
nobody
it.
cared. Nobody wanted them, it seemed like. And so I thought, well, that was a dumb idea. but I'm listening to this voice, and the voice says, um, "You need some lottery tickets." So, okay, I'm going in. I'm getting some lottery tickets, and I don't have any idea about what lottery tickets to buy or anything. So I bought myself a bottle of tea. I go up to the counter and I say to the clerk, I need some lottery tickets. He just looks at me like I've got three heads or something. He says, "Okay, well, which ones?" I said, "I don't know." And he just stands there looking at me. And sure enough, I say, "Give me $10 worth of these and five of these." And they were the scratch off kind of tickets. And I go out to my car and I scratch them off, and it appears that I've won. I go back in. I said, "I think I won." And he starts getting real quiet. "Yeah, you've won a lot." And I'm thinking, what is he talking about? Like, did I win thousands and thousands of dollars? No. Long story short, I did win $300. And the point is not that I won $300. The point is that I listened to the voice that was within. And this voice is a voice that I discern as being a different voice from the kind of voice that would tell me to run out in front of oncoming traffic, or the voice that would,
That you're not worth anything
yeah,
and
it,
that you're
it
stupid or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was way different
Well,
than the critical voice.
how is it different? Because I think this is really crucial for people because, we all have all these things going on in our heads, and how do we discern what's truly from our soul, from our the core of who we are, and what's not?
One of the best things I've ever heard about the answer to this question, the spiritual teacher Michael Singer wrote in his book, The Untethered Soul, about the voice in your head that is not your true voice. And he described it as like, imagine that there is someone in your back seat yelling at you, and they're yelling at you nonstop. "Turn here, don't turn here. No, do this. Go faster, go faster." And they're yelling at you. And he said that if someone were actually in the back seat doing that, that before very long, you would stop the car, open up the back seat, and kick them out. Because that is not a voice that is your higher self. It's not a voice that's for your highest good, and it doesn't want the best for you. This voice was a voice that was sincere, that was the voice of truth, it was the voice of love, and it was a voice that was unmistakably um, powerful in a loving sort of way. It was
Mm-hmm.
insistent and urgent, but it was not coming from a place of fear. And when I'm telling this story, I would encourage you to think about that difference as it plays out in your life, of the difference between that voice, that critical voice in your head that's insistent, that's coming from a place of fear, versus the voice that comes to you that's coming from a place of possibility and love and guidance. Because we've all had those moments, and we've all had those moments that were truly different. And so when you have those moments where you're truly listening, to really tune into those moments, I've found it to be life changing. And there's example after example in my life.
And so for me, I don't necessarily hear a voice, but I feel in my gut more, oh, this is the direction that I need to go. I need to be with this person. I need to contact this person. So it's not, I don't necessarily like Otto hear a voice, but maybe I do. I don't know. But it just feels like um, this is really what I'm to do next. And then I also get a no about things. No, I don't. I don't want to do this. No. So your guidance may come in all kinds of different ways. And for me, it's paying attention, being conscious, paying attention to what's inside me more than
Hmm.
outside me. Because, we're all used to listening to other people for guidance. And tune in to yourself, to the guidance that's inside you. And that's how you love yourself. That's how you grow. Um, so I think that this is really, really important for everybody.
Yeah.
So can anybody do this message, this two-way prayer that you do?
Yeah. I mean, it may not look like it, or it may not, you may not get the same kind of messages. Mikela, may or may not come in for you as a guide. It could simply be you sitting and asking yourself the question, Dear love, what would you have me know today? You're going to get totally different answers than I do.
Hmm.
But I really believe that anybody that does this, that it will really serve them.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's uh years ago we did morning pages, and we did automatic writing, and we did, this is years and years and years ago.
Mhm.
And it's messages from your soul, really. And Michaela is speaking to you
Yeah.
about what's inside you. And I really believe that this could help anybody
Yeah.
uh, to stop and just be quiet.
Mhm.
It's time for all of us to stop and be quiet and to love ourselves. So
Yeah.
that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to read some more? And maybe people who are here could
If there
pick.
are folks live that want to pick and have their own choice,
Yes.
we can go from 0 to 51, anything in between.
Ah,
If you want to have your own,
Beth has her hand up.
so
Oh, Michael does too. Okay, we'll take Beth and then we'll take Michael.
how are we going to do this? Are we going to have them put it in the chat? We're going to open it up for them.
Oh, we're going to
20
open it up.
21 for
Was
me.
Beth? Oh, wait a minute, Michael. Beth was first. Beth, you can unmute if you want and then tell us.
43 came to me.
Ooh,
43.
43.
43. Message 43. The most important being that ever existed. Dearest Otto, so
Dearest Beth.
the prompt, Dear love, what would you have me know today? Dearest Beth, we're replacing your name from my name with yours. Dearest Beth, we want you to know that you are doing excellent work right now. We want you to know you are clearing 5,000 years of fear and lostness in this time and space and throughout the remainder of this year. We also want you to know that more important than anything we could ever tell you, we want to share with you once again how deeply loved and how deeply connected you are to the divine, and how deeply you are connected to the divine spark in everyone you meet. Here's something you may not know. There is a match going on right now where you are being matched up with another being who will guide you to the next phase of your life. This match isn't like a match on a dating app or anything like that. This match was predestined from the time before you were born to carry you into the next phase of your life and into the light where you will recognize all things you see but don't notice, you hear but don't recall, and you think about but don't know yet. This, my friend, is the right path in the right way that is being blended, especially for you, in the heart space you remember and cherish. This is the heart space of total and unconditional love. This is waiting for you now. All you have to do is be willing to receive and be willing to open your heart to the new ways of living and serving. These new ways of living and serving are not anything to be fearful of, quite the opposite. This new guide and these new teachings will be sharing the new truth and working with you on nothing more than the necessary releasing of the addictive ways of thinking, seeing, and being that is not in accord with the higher laws and your highest level of consciousness available to you now. One day, there will be no complaints. One day, there will be no chance for what you might call failure, because from here on out, there is no such thing as failure. You will begin to see this as you continue working on your list of judgments you are working so hard to release and let go of. This is the place where nothing in the world can save you, because there is nothing to be saved from. There is only the mystery that wakes you up at night and the mystery that guides your every move. One day, there will be no more talk of fear, doubt, and insecurity, as we know in our heart of hearts that there is no mystery in what is wanted and what is needed for the journey home. You are not ready for the journey yet. There is much to be done by you and the ones who will enter your path in the doorway to the divine, also known as the trusting and loving way. Whatever is going through your mind, just know that the journey isn't complete yet. We implore you to trust in the divine and look through the divine doorway. Balk at anything not necessary for the journey ahead. Tune into what is wanted, what is needed, and what has been asked for. Please know that whatever you want or need will always be supplied. Whatever you required is on the frame below the wishing well. Now you are ready to begin ushering in the new dawn that we have been teasing you with for the past several months. You are stepping up to the infinite, and you are one of a kind. You are about to remember the truth of who you are, and this is the most important awakening of your journey right now, the remembering of the truth of who you are. This is the wisdom required in the morning and the truth required in the evening to work in the present moment on this most important thing, you. You are the most important being that has ever existed. You need to find the places where that is true and live from those places. We are filled with so much gratitude and love for you. We love you and we look forward to the next interaction in this current form. You're doing great. Do not allow even one thought that reinforces any negative aspect of you. You are a light being, a bringer of the dawn, and a wonderful soul with a divine purpose. Share this only if you make the decision to carry your beautiful message forward. Much love to you, my friend, Mikela.
Oh, that was beautiful. What'd you get out of it, Beth?
Okay. Um, it's just very timely. It's very timely. It just goes with what's going on in my life and today in particular. So
Well,
I
that's
love that.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. I was um, sitting here listening and he said, oh, number. And then that's the number that flashed in. So yay. Yeah, that's great. Oh, I'll have to revisit that again because there was so much there. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
there's a lot there.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do typically is go back and revisit the messages because I will get stuck on a particular message for days and sometimes weeks where I
Uh-huh.
keep going back to a particular message. There's two or three that I've been that's happened where I've been there literally weeks with a particular message.
I could see why. There's just a lot of content there, and there's a lot of nuance also. So it's like, oh, well, that sounds really great. And what there's another little treasure here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great.
And just to have all that love beamed at you,
Mm, absolutely.
it is so delicious. At least it feels that way to me.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Michael,
Michael, you're on. All right.
I appear to be on.
there you are.
My apologies to Beth for just blurting. I, I
It's all right.
can't do that.
It's okay.
Yeah, 21 for me. That was the one when you read some of these to me in Montana, that was the one that just really struck me. And as you were saying, I went back and reread that one for probably a couple of weeks. And then the last few times I try to read one in the morning as part of my morning routine, along with the crossword puzzle, and keeps you in good company.
Yeah, Mikela does the crossword puzzle all the time.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I've kind of reprised that the last few days. I've read it again, and that's the one about, I'm paraphrasing here, but like committing to your path of best health is how I would say.
So 21, is that the one you would like to be read?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do it like this. I don't know how this comes across to you.
All right, well, I think we got it.
Yeah,
I think
we got
I
it.
think we got it, but we'll do 21. And
Okay. If you do 12 by mistake, that's fine.
no, 20, we're going 21.
Okay.
And of course, remember to hear this or read this about you if you're listening to this or watching this now or listening or watching later on the replay. Message 21, getting healthy and fit. And this is another one of those ones that I've been stuck on for weeks myself from time to time. So the prompt, the question, Dear Love, what would you have me know today about getting healthy and fit? Dearest Otto,
Dearest Michael.
dearest Michael, we love you so, and we wish to say this with total love in our hearts toward you. We have waited past the window of time where the easy path to healthy and fit can be taken. You have played the game of I can't, I won't, I don't want to, and I can have my cake and eat it too, to the point that you will have to honor the path you have chosen. And that path is called the path of discipline and strength. You are going to have to love yourself, your Susie, and your God enough to not only embrace the path of discipline to healthy and fit, but to actually open yourself to falling in love with this path of discipline and strength.
Mm.
To fall in love with something is to become infatuated with the possibility of what beauty and what wonderfulness can be fixated upon as you gaze into the eyes of the new bride to be, true, genuine health, the strength of a warrior, and all that comes from the embracing and owning of these desires and the releasing of all things not in accordance and in alignment with those two very lofty but very certain and achievable goals for your physical body that will need to carry you the rest of the way in this life journey. It will be impossible for your body, your strong, capable body, to carry you the rest of the way on your journey if you do not change your way of being and your way of supporting your body through more loving decision making than you have been up until now. This will essentially be the same path you took when you decided to fast track your finances, reverse course, and choose new ways of loving yourself around money, spending, and saving. The path you are being required to take is so similar to your financial healing and education path. It's like woo woo. But it doesn't have to be all grit your teeth and bear it kind of way of being. There can be an opening and a way forward that has many elements of raising your hand in quiet without regard to your choices from your very unconscious past. It should be noted quickly that there will be a great many choices available to you, and many of them, upon close examination, will have elements of fun and plenty of opportunities for good times and enjoyment on your new, healthy, and fit life path. In order to fully embrace the healthy and fit path, you have to consciously choose what you're going to add to your life and what you are going to take away. You are going to have to take the old ways and set them on a shelf and make new choices in each moment, each day, and combine the fun of a 12-year-old's party and the seriousness and commitment of your wise adult self. And what might seem like hard work will turn into the biggest blessing ever as you set out to walk the new path of discipline and strength. Consider this a friendly reminder. There is only one thing more honest than honoring of your body, and that is the honoring of the soul. And as you will come to learn, the path of discipline and strength when it comes to health and fitness can be totally fun and completely honoring of the path you've chosen up until now and the choices you'll make in your new life as the purveyor of passion, love, and kindness for yourself when it comes to your new body that will be loved and created by you. As you step out there where the wind blows, your inner guidance will help you navigate to your mark and let the play begin again in earnest. The old way was a path of destruction and deceit, and the new way will open the door to infinite possibilities that only come when you see the true value in opening to the guidance of the appointed one. There could never be a better time to do this than right now, while the mission is hot and completely on purpose. Everything that matters to you will eventually be taken away from you. But this time and this moment is yours to be the caretaker for the beauty known as you that will arrive in perfect timing and in alignment with a state of grace that is available to you and all of us. Thank you for your time and thank you for your loving attention. Your friend, Mikela.
Did
One,
anything jump out at you, Michael?
well, yeah, the main thing was just no matter how many times I've read this, and I've read this particular one a bunch of times, um, I always seem to notice something new, and particularly having heard it read that happened. You know, the part about bodily health and financial health and everything working as kind of a holistic, well, a whole.
Yeah. And when I first got this message, it was um, the thing that hit me the hardest was that I had waited past the point where the easy path to healthy and fit can be taken.
Well,
And
that too.
yeah, that is the thing that hit me because I've been somebody in my life who
Argued with
I've
reality.
argued with reality, and um, boy,
I like
that
that.
arguing hasn't really worked that well.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think we all argue with reality in some.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to thank Michael publicly because we borrowed his mic, very, very, very good mic for Otto's recording of this book, and it's beautiful. I mean,
You're very,
everybody loves Otto's voice, but it's even better with this mic that's Michael's. So thank you.
yeah, you're welcome anytime.
thank you so much
Yeah,
for the prompt on number 21.
21.
Anybody else live want
Yeah,
to?
we've got a
We,
time for another
we've got
one.
time for one more. If there's no other request, I've got some
You've got a
uh,
request.
have come in. Uh, so we'll see. Anybody live?
Okay, Otto, it's your choice.
What did I have earlier?
6. You had 6 and 32.
Let's see what six. Let's go for six. Ah, yes. Message number 6. And again, hear these about you and don't hear these about me. Message number 6. This is the magic. Dear love, what would you have me know today? I can't wait until the magic happens, she said. This is the magic, responded the Great One. So often we think that the magic hasn't happened yet, or we need to wait for the magic to happen, or better yet, we have to do something to make the magic happen in our lives. Well, here's the truth of it. The magic is already happening. It's happening in every single moment, right in front of your very eyes, inside you and inside everyone. What we are trying to say is there's a gift that everyone is given when they are born, and there's the gift that everyone dies knowing. There's a big difference between the two, but the lesson is the key here. You, your beloved, your friends, your family, or anyone don't have to go anywhere to find the magic. It's only and always right here inside you. No joke. We get it that you and your brothers and sisters are both in awe and in fear of the magic that's always within. But there's no reason to strike the warning bell. There's no reason to be alarmed, and there's certainly no reason to ever worry about tomorrow. It will come, and it will be exactly what it's supposed to be, nothing more and nothing less. But that should never diminish any aspect of the awe and mystery that is the winder upper and the decider and the chooser of all things mysterious that are in essence the great unknown, at least to you and to us. You see, even we do not completely understand and recognize the beauty that exists within you and everyone. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything to recognize and take ownership of the great gift there is, which is the miracle and the truth. The miracle is the absolute truth of who you are and the fact that who you are is always fresh, alive, and making the next phase of life begin again and again and again as you see each moment as a possibility. The truth of who you are, and you can deny it all you want, but the truth is you are who you are. You are who you claim you are, even though that may not be who you truly are. Who you really are is an open, loving, fearless spirit walking among all the other spirits in such a way that you will one day be recognized as the one who cannot be less than who he is, who she is. As you lay all your burdens down, and embrace the truth of who you are. And this is a man who runs interference for himself as his God self and as the one who is so crystal clear about who he is that others notice, others take heed, and others see the truth inside themselves. What a light you are. It is all about shining that light as brightly as possible and in the way that best serves you and best serves humanity. No more slow going. It's time to wake up to the true nature of who and what you are. And this is the rectifier and the believer. You are the rectifier of all fear in yourself and others who cross your path. And you are the believer of what you see and what has and what will be shown to you as a self-esteem and self-gratitude gift that allows you to be a way shower and a way seer. Cut off everything that doesn't bring more peace, love, and freedom to live into your truth and live into the truth that is true always. You are magnificent. You are sacred. You are divine. You are a soul full of light that never dies. Farewell until the next time we chat, Mikela. Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Does anybody have any comments? We've got a special for you to offer. If you buy the book, you want to talk about that?
Everybody that buys the book between now and
26th.
November 26th, you buy the book, you send me the receipt. Go to ottocollins.com. There's a contact page on that website. Send me your receipt, and you get a 60 to 90-minute coaching session with me. You can, whatever's on offer for you, whatever is present for you, whatever you'd like to shift, whatever you'd like to change, whatever you'd like more of, less of, let's work on that. And that would be my gift. Anybody who buys the book sends me the receipt. We'll get it scheduled, and I would love to help you in whatever way that would best serve you. And the audio version of Messages from Mikela, I thought it was going to be available today, but it's going to be a few more days. So the cogs in the
Yeah.
technology wheel sometimes work slower than I would
So
like.
if you'd rather listen to Otto read than read yourself, or you could do both.
I'm
That's
gonna buy both.
oh yeah. Does anybody have any comments or anything
Yeah,
Comments,
before we
questions, anything like that.
sign off here?
yeah, it's really powerful. I know that I jumped on a little later than I had thought I was going to, but the three that I heard, they're amazing. They're just really amazing. And I love the idea that I could listen and read along as I do. So that might be a really powerful thing for me because I would get it. I'm very auditory, but it does something for me to look at the words as they're being read.
Mm-hmm.
I do
So
that a
try
lot
both.
with,
Yeah.
I do that a lot with things that I really am drawn to. I'll buy the book and I'll also listen to the audio version at the same time. I've done that a few times recently.
Huh, okay. That's an interesting thing. Yeah, I might do that too.
Yeah, I think it reinforces everything. So yeah,
Yeah, because you're getting it in multiple ways
Mhm.
at one time, using a bunch of senses.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is a book that you can just pick up anywhere. And
yeah.
and a number comes in your head and you can, oh, like Michael was talking about 21, 21, 21.
Or 43 in
Or
somebody's
40.
case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a nice way to do it.
Mhm.
I feel called that in the last couple of minutes we have in our time, I'm going to read the last few paragraphs of number 26. And I don't know why, but if, 26 is small enough, I can do the whole thing.
Okay.
How about that? Message 26, and we'll close out tonight with this. The secret beyond all secrets. Dear love, what would you have me know today? Dearest Otto, lover of life, lover of Susie, lover of the beloved. You are such a miracle to have stayed with us in this process for these episodes of the witnessing of the many sides of truth, love, and hopefulness. We congratulate you and we love you beyond measure. And this could be called the secret of all secrets. You ready? Life doesn't have to be so hard. We will also share with you these truisms. You don't have to play any game you don't want to play. You are the child of the beloved of all beloveds. You can always choose differently. Willingness to be is way easier than needing to be. Sometimes once is all you need to experience something in order to get the lesson. Sometimes the truth will not set you free. Sometimes what you want doesn't want you. Power doesn't come without consequences. Love truly is all you need, and you are already that. The Creator doesn't have any favorites, only personalities do. Nowhere was it ever written that you could have everything you could ever desire. Nowhere is it written that we cannot. Some people have been chosen to be bringers of the dawn, and some people are the ones who desperately need, to be shown some new possibilities for how to navigate through life. Being an uplifter is something anyone can do. Seeing anything differently or with fresh new eyes is always a choice. And finally, Margaritaville is not really a place, it's a state of mind. We know this message has been much different than the others, and yet it is exactly what is called for on this day and in this sacred space. Much love to you in all ways of the heart, Mikela.
Mary?
I am struck with thinking that my Mikela is my intuition.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
100%.
Because, you listen to it and you don't know why, you just know because
Yes.
it makes sense to you. And you listen to it and you stay out of trouble and go the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference for me is it's the difference between the voice of clarity and certainty and love and possibility instead of the voice of fear and dread and doubt
Oh,
and
okay.
disappointment.
Yes.
That's the difference for me.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you all. We really, really, really appreciate. We've loved this hour.
Yeah, it's
and,
been totally
and
awesome.
we really appreciate you being here.
So thanks, everybody. And we love you and good night.
Good night.
Good
Happy
night.
celebration. Congratulations. All of that. Yay.